My name is Hafiza.
Oh, Hafiza.
Yes.
I want to ask 3 questions to you. First, have you ever been scammed by a scammer?
Yes, I'm experienced about that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Can you tell
I'm
me?
traumatic about that. Also scary to be scammed again. Last 2 years ago, I
Mhm.
was scammed by flight agent.
Oh, flight agent.
Yeah,
And then, what's going on?
What's going on? The
Mhm.
person take my money away.
Oh, amount, amount of the money?
The
Total?
amount, maybe 5,000.
So many, 5,000.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm traumatic about that.
The second question, how do you overcome the situation if you are harassed by the agent, the ticket agent?
Regarding to the last 2 years, I don't have any experience, and no, I don't have any evidence to prove that I been scammed. But for the next time, I will careful and awareness about the scammer, which is before that I don't take any license or certificate about the flight agent. If before I buy the ticket flight, I will ask the more questions and about the details about the company and about the profile of the flight agent.
So that means you don't know details about
Yeah.
the agent ticket.
Before that,
Mhm.
I don't know. That's why I be scammed. I'm so sad on that day because the flight agent telling me that flight is tomorrow. But after that, she tell me that flight not confirmed. I'm so sad because I'm already packed the item, the luggage, the etc.
The last question I want to ask you, can you
Yes,
give
please.
okay, can you give me 2 or 3 pieces of advice to people out there about this game?
Yes, sure. I will give you a lot of advice for people out there because I'm experienced with the scam. I don't want to the other people be scam like me because it's so sad and the money is gone. Okay, for my first advice, first, can you, yeah, okay, can. First advice, make sure the profile company, the retail, the agent have a certificate, and especially it's about travel agency must be registered. Must be registered by MIDAC. You know what MIDAC? MIDAC is one of department, ministry of department that uh, that give the company license. Okay, that's and second, more awareness and more careful about the number, which is the number of person, yeah, phone number. Before you WhatsApp that person, must check the phone number at the government at the link, which is link. I forgot about that link. The link. If you paste the number over there, and you will know about the list of scammer appear in that website. I forgot which link, but I will tell you after this. That is about must meet that person because from my experience, I just booking
On
and
WhatsApp.
yeah, through WhatsApp. It's good, but if that person something fishy, something you not know deeply, not know, must meet each other. Which is if you meet, you can know about the detailed person, which is company. You can walk into the company and etc. That is old school, but it can help you.
Alright. Okay, thank you for the answer the question. And I think we know that this camera is so dangerous, especially for people out there, especially for adult and senior citizen, because senior citizen easily to scam.
Easily to scam.
Yeah.
Attract to the.
Alright. Okay, that's all interview today about the scam. Bye. Alright, based on the interview session just now, we can see that Hafiza was cheated by ticket flight agent to Japan 2 years ago. She has lost 5,000. I think 5,000 is a very large amount. And now Hafiza, she is traumatized and afraid of being cheated again. So, how did she overcome the situation at that time? She has no idea because she is speechless and she doesn't have any evidence to prove to the authorities or to prove to the PDRM. So, starting from that, for the next time, she will be more careful and take awareness about the scammers, about the scammer. Before this, she never took agent's license for certificate, so there is easy fraud. Next, Hafiza advises us to make sure the company profile has a certificate. Especially travel agencies must be registered by MIDEC. MIDEC is Malaysia Digital Economy Malaysia. Also, be more careful with phone numbers. Must check at the Commercial Crime Investigation Department, or the short form is CCID. Finally and lastly, we need to meet that person even just only one time. It's good to chat or deal via WhatsApp, but if the person like fishy, it's compulsory to meet, so that we know more details about the company and other things. Through the interview, we can see, through the interview session, we can see that this scammer can happen anywhere and in various ways. And we can see statistics show that the senior citizens are the most and easily decided by fraudster more than on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on. So be careful and take this serious.
Assalamualaikum. Hi Wani, how are you?
Waalaikumsalam, I'm fine. Thank you.
Have you ever encountered a scammer?
Yes, I do.
How do you prevent yourself from scammer?
I stop all contact with the scammer. When I realize I am being scammed, I do not continue the conversation and I hang up the phone. I don't reply to emails or letters scammer which have sent to me. If I have been scammed online, I block the scammer from contacting me.
What your advice about the scammer in public?
Avoid any unexpected contact and don't answer phone calls, letters or emails if they look unfamiliar. If you are a customer of the company, use the contact details given to you in official paperwork or on their website to check if the person approaching you is legitimate.
Okay, thank you, Wani. In conclusion, be careful with your contact you don't know. If you get some message or email suspicious, it is a scam. The email address the message has come from might not match up with the sender name. Have misspelling, random number, or from one of your contact that's been hacked. Never give out personal information This can be used to steal your identity and access account. In particular, you should never share your full PIN or password with anyone. Your bank will ask you to use a card reader or ask for a few digits or your password if they need it. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I would like to interview you about scammers, considering that nowadays cybercrimes are happening too much in Malaysia. Before that, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Wan Siti Nur Aisyah binti Wan Muhammad. You can call me Aisyah.
All right, Miss Aisa. Can I ask you three questions about this issue?
Sure.
Okay, for the first question, have you ever been scammed by a scammer?
Okay, thank you for the questions. Yes, unfortunately, I have fallen victim to a scammer in the past. It was a very memorable experience that taught me valuable lessons about online security. I received an email from someone posing as a reputable company claiming that I had won a prize. Excited by the unexpected news, I provided them with personal information, which is mine, and even made a payment to cover the processing fees. However, as time passed, it became evident that I had been deceived. The scammer disappeared and my supposed winnings never materialized. I felt a deep sense of regret and frustration for allowing myself to be manipulated. It was a stark reminder of the importance of skepticism and verifying the authenticity of any claims or requests before taking any actions. Since then, I have become more cautious and vigilant when it comes to online interactions. I always double check the legitimacy of emails, website, and requests for personal information. I also keep myself informed about common scam techniques and stay up to date with security measures to protect myself and others from falling victim to scams. That's all from me.
How do you deal with them?
Okay, I think the scammer have various of trick to trick us, but the most important step to minimize the potential damage and protect ourselves is first we have to cease communication. As soon as you realize that someone is attempt to scam you, it's best to cut off all contact with the scammer. Do not engage further or respond to their messages. Second, do not send money or share personal information. Avoid providing any personal or financial information to the scammer. This include bank account details, social security numbers, password or any other sensitive information. Additionally, never send money or make payments to the scammer as it will only encourage their fraudulent activities. And the last one is report to the scam. Report the scam to the relevant authorities in your country. This could be your local police department, your country's equivalent consumer protection agency, or provide them with as much information as possible about the scam and the scammers. And I think the last point that I want to add is we have to warn others about these scammer thingies because we have to share this awareness with the others, like we share experience with family, friends and online community to raise awareness about the scam and help others avoid feeling victim to it.
Okay. So, what advice would you like to convey to the public about the danger of scammers?
Okay, there are some points that I would like to highlight. First is we have to educate ourselves, stay informed about the various type of scams that are prevalent today, be aware of the latest scamming techniques such as phishing emails, fake website, phone scam, romance scams, and identity theft. Knowledge is power when it comes to recognizing and avoiding scams. Second, trust your instinct. If something feels too good to be true or raise suspicion, trust your gut instinct. Scammers often use tactics to create urgency, fear or excitement to manipulate their targets. Take a step back, analyze the situation, and don't rush into making decisions or sharing personal information. And then we have to be cautious with our personal information. Avoid sharing sensitive personal information such as bank account details, passwords, unless you have verified the legitimacy of the request or the person you are dealing with. And the other point is we have to be conscious online. Exercise conscious when interacting online, especially on social media platforms. Scammers often use social engineering techniques to gather personal information or gain your trust. Be mindful of what you share publicly and with whom you interact. And the last one is report and share. We have to report if we encounter a scam or suspect a fraudulent activity. Report it to the appropriate authorities such as local law enforcement or consumer protection agencies. Additionally, share your experience with family, friends, and online community to raise awareness and help others avoid being a victim to the scammer. That's all from me.
All right. Okay. Thank you for lending your time to answer my questions. See you again.
Thank you.
Okay, based on what I gained from this interview, I can conclude here that everyone must have faced harassment by scammers. It also happened to me twice when I participated in a credit mobility program for one semester in Indonesia. I was also caught by a scammer. This means that cybercrime is very prevalent no matter where we are. Therefore, when dealing with scammers, it is important to take immediate action to protect ourselves and others. Ceasing communication, refraining from sending money or sharing personal information, reporting the scam, and warning others are vital steps in combating scams. By cutting off contact, we can limit the scammer's ability to manipulate and exploit us further. In addition, avoiding financial transactions and safeguarding personal information helps to prevent financial loss and identity theft. Also, reporting the scam to authorities ensures that appropriate action can be taken against the scammers, potentially preventing them from victimizing others. Lastly, by sharing our experiences and spreading awareness, we contribute to a more informed and vigilant community, empowering others to recognize and avoid scams. Together, we can create a safer digital environment and minimize the impact of scammers on individuals and society as a whole.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. Welcome Miss Kamarina to our interview season for today.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for inviting me today, Miss Aisha.
You're welcome. Alright, Miss Kamarina. I would like to interview you for the scammer issue that is prevalent in Malaysia. Would it be okay if you spend a little time with me for this 5 or 7 minutes? I want to ask you 3 questions about this issue.
Yes, I can.
Alright, we will start now. The first question, have you ever dealt with a scammer and how do you feel when dealing with a scammer?
Yes, I have to deal with scammer, and I almost believe that they promise a life of wealth. My feelings at the time were very angry because of their own actions. I don't know how many people have become their victims in this scam. What I know is that most Malaysians are easily fooled by criminality for those who really need money at the time. That's all from me for the answer to the first question.
All right, thank you for your answer to the first question. For the next question, what step do you take if you are scammed by them?
Thank you for the next question. The first step I will take if I become their victim will be to file a police report on this matter. Also, if I'm defrauded in relationship to the financial element, I will report the incidents to the bank as soon as possible so that they can deactivate or freeze my bank card. The third step I do is collect all the evidence and record the incident to help the police investigation. Collect all the evidence and record the incident to help in the police investigation. The first step and the third step can be used for any scam issue, such as scammers in business, scammers online, and so on.
All right, for the last question, what advice do people have about this scammer issue?
For the last question, my advice to the public is that they need to be wiser in evaluating any information they receive before acting or sharing it with others because it has the potential to be a threat if it is fake news or there are elements of frauds. In addition, you need to take good care of your personal information. Don't trust people you don't know easily by sharing personal information with them.
All right, thank you for all the answer. We hope this can be a lesson for every community out there. Now, I would like to draw a conclusion from the whole point you have given. In my conclusions for all the answers you gave in this interview, I agree with all of them. There is not doubt that in Malaysia, cases of virtual fraud are increasing every day. The rate of loss experienced by victims of fraud is so high and includes educated and professional people as the target of this virtual fraud syndicate. Therefore, as user, we should always be ways to take care of the security of shared data so that it is not manipulated by a few irresponsible parties. Also, I agree with your opinion to continue to make a police report regarded to this matter so that it can be contained and the police can investigate this issue. As far as I know, many victims are embraced to come forward to make a report because they don't want to the community to know they are victims of fraud and feel it is not worth making a complaints. This is one of the challenge of the police because they don't know about this hidden scammer issue. I am also interested in what Ms. Kamarina said we need to evaluate or examine first before making the next action. As we see in this sophisticated fraudsters are very smart and some are also skilled in the use of technology. Also, I would like to add a little in my conclusion. In my conclusions, I really understand the feelings of those who have experienced this issue, especially for those who have been defrauded financially. We are tired of saving money, no matter how much or how little. But fraudsters easily take our money. There are also victims who save money for years, and finally, the victim's money disappears overnight. That was very sad, and the feelings anger was undeniable. Therefore, what is important is that members of the community need to be more aware and sensitive to the threat of scammer threat attack. They are increasingly cunning and aggressive. Members of the public need to know everything related to the modus operandi of this criminal in order to protect themselves and their families. We do not want criminal to continue to be rampant and become a greed to the pupil. Therefore, the most effective step to deal with criminals is that we need to be smarter and more knowledgeable than that in order to be ready to face them at any time. That's all my conclusion from your opinion in this interview. And for you too, may you always be protected from any elements of this story. And thank you, Miss Kamarina, again for joining me today.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. See you again.